Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Every day we wake up with a choice to focus on the world around us or to focus on the world within us. Too often we get caught up comparing ourselves to others, what they have, what they've achieved, how they look, how they live. But let me tell you something powerful. Your greatest potential lies not in what others are doing, but in what you are capable of becoming. Today, I want to share with you 6 key principles to help you shift your focus inward to unlock the incredible power that already exists within you. Here's an expanded version of your thoughts shape your reality in about 600 words without a heading. Every moment of every day, you are thinking. Thousands of thoughts pass through your mind, often without you even realizing it. But what if I told you that these seemingly random thoughts are not just harmless musings? What if I told you that they are actively shaping the reality you experience? This idea may sound simple, even obvious, but its implications are profound. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality. They are the foundation upon which your entire life is built. Most people believe that life happens to them. They think their circumstances, their environment, or even luck determine their success, happiness, or health. But the truth is far more empowering. Your external world is a reflection of your internal world. The way you think influences how you feel, how you act, and ultimately the experiences you attract into your life. Your mind is like a powerful magnet, drawing experiences that align with your dominant thoughts and emotions. Consider this. When you wake up in the morning, what is the first thing you think about? Are you excited about the day ahead or are you dreading what's to come? That first thought sets the tone for your entire day. If you wake up thinking, I'm tired, today's going to be stressful, your body immediately reacts to that thought. You feel sluggish, your mood drops, and you start noticing all the things that go wrong throughout the day. On the other hand, if you wake up thinking, I'm grateful for today and I'm ready to take on any challenge, your body responds with energy and positivity. Suddenly, you're more resilient, more optimistic, and more open to opportunities. But this goes beyond just having a positive mindset. It's about understanding the deep connection between your thoughts and your biology. When you think a thought, it triggers a chemical reaction in your brain. This chemical reaction creates an emotion, and that emotion influences your behavior. If you constantly think thoughts of fear, worry, or self doubt, your body becomes conditioned to feel anxious or stressed. Over time, this becomes your default state. You begin to live in a loop, thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions, and experiencing the same outcomes. Now, this is why breaking the cycle is so important. If you want to change your life, you have to start by changing your thoughts. You have to become aware of the mental patterns that no longer serve you. Ask yourself, what thoughts do I repeat daily? Are they empowering or limiting? Are they moving me toward the life I want or keeping me stuck in the past? The beautiful thing is that the brain is incredibly adaptable. Neuroscientists call this neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. This means that no matter how long you've been stuck in a negative thought pattern, you can change it by consistently thinking new, empowering thoughts. You can literally rewire your brain to support the life you desire. Visualization is a powerful tool in this process. When you vividly imagine yourself achieving your goals or living your ideal life, your brain doesn't know the difference between that imagined scenario and reality. It starts to create the neural pathways as if it's already happening. The more you focus on these positive images, the more you align your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors with that future reality. You begin to act in ways that support your vision, and the world around you responds accordingly. Of course, this doesn't mean you can just think happy thoughts and expect miracles overnight. It requires consistency and belief. You have to commit to observing your thoughts, challenging the negative ones, and replacing them with thoughts that serve your highest potential. It's about cultivating a mindset that supports growth, resilience, and possibility, even in the face of challenges. In the end, your life is a reflection of what you consistently think about. If you focus on limitations, you'll find obstacles. If you focus on opportunities, you'll find possibilities. The power is in your hands, or more accurately, in your mind. You are not a victim of your circumstances, you are the creator of your reality. And it all begins with a single thought. Here's an expanded version of Break the Habit of Being Yourself in about 600 words. Mm. We often think of habits as actions, brushing our teeth, checking our phones, or drinking coffee in the morning. But what many people don't realize is that our thoughts, emotions, and reactions are habits too. Over time, we become so conditioned by these mental and emotional patterns that they start to define who we are. We live on autopilot, repeating the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions, and reacting to situations in the same ways day after day. This is what Dr. Joe Dispenza refers to as being addicted to your own identity. To truly transform your life, you have to break the habit of being yourself. But what does that really mean? Let's start by understanding how we become ourselves in the first place. From a young age, we begin to form beliefs about who we are and how the world works. These beliefs are shaped by our environment, our family, culture, experiences, and the people around us. If you were told you were shy, you might have started believing it. If you faced rejection or failure early on, you might have concluded that you weren't good enough. Over time, these beliefs solidify into a self identity, and we unconsciously live in alignment with that identity, even if it no longer serves us. Think about it. How many times have you said things like, "That's just the way I am," or "I've always been like this"? Those statements might feel true, but in reality, they're just reflections of deeply ingrained habits. Habits of thought and emotion that have become familiar and comfortable. Even if you're unhappy with certain aspects of your life, the predictability of those feelings makes them hard to let go. The brain loves what's familiar, even if it's painful, because familiarity feels safe. This is why change can feel so difficult. It's not just about altering your behaviors. It's about stepping into the unknown and challenging the very foundation of who you believe you are. To break the habit of being yourself, you have to become aware of the mental and emotional loops you've been living in, and then consciously choose to step out of them. The first step is awareness. You can't change what you're not aware of. Start observing your thoughts throughout the day. Notice the stories you tell yourself. Are they stories of limitation, fear, or doubt? Do you often think, "I'll never succeed," or "things never work out for me"? Recognize these thoughts for what they are, old programs running in the background. They don't define you unless you let them. Next, pay attention to your emotional state. Many people wake up in the morning and immediately feel stress, anxiety, or even sadness without any obvious trigger. That's because their body has become accustomed to those emotions. It's like waking up and putting on the same emotional clothes every day. If you want to break the habit of being yourself, you need to change your emotional signature. When you notice yourself slipping into a familiar negative emotion, pause and ask, "Is this how I want to feel? Is this who I want to be?" Visualization and meditation are powerful tools for breaking these patterns. When you meditate, you create space between you and your thoughts, allowing you to observe them without getting caught up in them. This is where the magic happens. Instead of reacting automatically, you can begin to consciously choose new thoughts and emotions. Visualize the person you want to become. What do they think? How do they feel? How do they act? The more vividly you imagine this future version of yourself, the more your brain begins to rewire itself to align with that vision. But here's the catch. It's going to feel uncomfortable. Your brain and body are used to the old you, and they'll resist change. You might feel like an imposter when you start thinking positively or trying new behaviors. That's normal. It's a sign that you're stepping out of your comfort zone and into the unknown. Embrace that discomfort. It means growth is happening. Consistency is key. You won't transform overnight, but with daily practice, your new thoughts and behaviors will start to feel more natural. Over time, you'll notice that the old, limiting version of yourself feels distant, like a story you once told but no longer believe. In the end, breaking the habit of being yourself is about becoming the conscious creator of your life instead of a passive participant. It's about realizing that you are not your thoughts, your emotions, or even your past. You are the awareness behind all of that. And when you tap into that awareness, you have the power to reinvent yourself at any moment. So ask yourself, are you ready to stop living the same day over and over? Are you ready to break free from the old you and step into the future you desire? The choice is yours, and it begins with a single thought. Here's an expanded version of, or energy flows where attention goes, in about 600 words. Hmm. Have you ever noticed that when you focus on something, whether it's a goal, a problem, or even a fear, it seems to grow larger in your life? This isn't just a coincidence, it's a fundamental truth about how our minds work. Energy focus where attention goes. What you consistently focus on shapes your reality, influencing your thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and ultimately the outcomes you experience. This principle is at the heart of personal growth and transformation, and understanding it can be the key to unlocking your fullest potential. Let's break this down. Your attention is like a spotlight. Wherever you direct it, that area of your life becomes illuminated, more vivid, and more significant. If you constantly focus on your problems, your challenges, or what's going wrong, those issues will feel more overwhelming. They'll dominate your thoughts and emotions, making it difficult to see solutions or opportunities. On the other hand, if you shift your focus toward your goals, your strengths, and what's possible, you start to channel your energy into creating positive change. Think about a time when you were learning something new, maybe a skill, a hobby, or even a new job. At first, it felt challenging because your attention was scattered and everything was unfamiliar. But as you dedicated more time and focus, it became easier. Your skills improved because wherever you placed your attention, your energy followed, leading to growth and mastery. This principle doesn't just apply to learning new things, it applies to every aspect of your life. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start noticing more things to be grateful for. If you focus on abundance, you'll see more opportunities for wealth and success. Conversely, if you focus on lack, scarcity, or what's missing, that's exactly what you'll continue to experience. It's not that these situations magically appear out of nowhere. It's that your mind becomes attuned to them and your actions naturally align with what you're focusing on. But why does this happen? The answer lies in how your brain processes information. Your mind is bombarded with millions of bits of data every second, but your conscious brain can only process a small fraction of it. To manage this, your brain uses a filter called the reticular activating system, RAS. The RAS acts like a gatekeeper, allowing in information that aligns with your current focus and filtering out the rest. So, if you're focused on negativity, your RAS will highlight more negative experiences, reinforcing your mindset. But if you shift your attention toward positivity and growth, your brain will start to notice opportunities, solutions, and reasons to feel empowered. This is why it's so important to be intentional about where you direct your attention. Many people go through life on autopilot, letting external circumstances dictate their focus. They react to what's happening around them instead of consciously choosing what to focus on. But when you take control of your attention, you take control of your life. Let's say you're facing a difficult situation, maybe a setback at work or a personal challenge. It's natural to feel frustrated or discouraged, but dwelling on the problem won't solve it. Instead, try shifting your attention to solutions. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? What's the next step I can take to move forward? By focusing on solutions instead of problems, you redirect your energy toward positive action, and that's where transformation begins. Another powerful way to harness this principle is through visualization. When you vividly imagine your desired future, whether it's achieving a goal, building a successful business, or living a healthier lifestyle, you're focusing your attention on that outcome. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one, so it starts to create neural pathways that align with that vision. The more you focus on this future reality, the more your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors will align with it, making it more likely to become your actual experience. But here's the thing, this isn't about ignoring reality or pretending challenges don't exist. It's about choosing where to place your focus despite those challenges. Life will always have ups and downs, but you have the power to decide what you give your energy to. When you focus on growth, resilience, and possibilities, you become more equipped to handle obstacles when they arise. It's also important to recognize the role of distraction in this process. We live in a world full of distractions, social media, news, constant notifications, all vying for our attention. These distractions can scatter your focus and drain your energy, leaving you feeling overwhelmed and unfulfilled. To reclaim your energy, you need to be intentional about limiting distractions and creating space for focused attention on what truly matters to you. In the end, the question is simple. Where is your attention going? Are you focusing on what's wrong or on what's possible? Are you giving your energy to things that uplift you, or are you draining it on things beyond your control? Remember, your attention is one of your most valuable resources. Use it wisely, because wherever it goes, your energy flows. And where your energy flows, your life grows. Here's an expanded version of the power of the present moment in about 600 words. Sure. We often hear phrases like live in the moment or be present, but how many of us truly understand the transformative power of the present moment? Most of our lives are spent either dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. We replay mistakes, regrets, and missed opportunities, or we anxiously anticipate what might go wrong tomorrow, next week, or next year. But the truth is, the past is gone and the future hasn't arrived yet. The only moment that truly exists, the only moment where real change in life happen is right now. Understanding and embracing the present moment isn't just a feel-good philosophy. It's a practical tool for personal transformation. When you anchor yourself in the now, you unlock a state of awareness and empowerment that can radically change your life. Let's start by understanding why it's so hard to stay present. From a young age, our minds are trained to constantly analyze, predict, and compare. We're taught to plan for the future and learn from the past. While there's value in preparation and reflection, the problem arises when we get stuck in these time frames. Constantly reliving the past can lead to feelings of guilt, regret, or resentment, while obsessing over the future often breeds anxiety, fear, and stress. But here's the thing, the past is a memory and the future is an imagination. Neither of them has any real power over you unless you let them. The present moment is where life unfolds. It's the only place where you can think a new thought, make a new decision, or take a new action. If you want to change your life, you can only do it right here, right now. One of the most profound aspects of being present is how it affects your mental and emotional state. When you're fully engaged in the moment, your mind isn't racing with thoughts of what went wrong yesterday or what could go wrong tomorrow. Instead, you experience a sense of clarity, peace, and focus. This doesn't mean that problems disappear, but your relationship with those problems changes. You begin to approach challenges with a calm, centered mindset, rather than reacting from a place of fear or stress. Think about the last time you were completely absorbed in something, maybe a hobby, a conversation, or even a beautiful sunset. In those moments, time seemed to slow down. You weren't worried about your to-do list or replaying past mistakes. You were just there, fully immersed in the experience. That's the power of the present moment. It allows you to experience life more deeply, more vividly, and more authentically. But how do we cultivate this presence in our everyday lives? One of the most effective ways is through mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing your full attention to the present moment without judgment. It's about observing your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings with curiosity and openness. You don't need to sit cross-legged in meditation for hours to be mindful. You can practice it in simple, everyday activities like drinking your morning coffee, taking a walk, or even washing the dishes. The key is to fully engage your senses and notice the details you might normally overlook, the warmth of the mug in your hands, the sound of birds chirping, the feel of water on your skin. Another powerful tool for staying present is breath awareness. Your breath is always happening in the present moment, and focusing on it can anchor you when your mind starts to wander. When you feel overwhelmed or anxious, take a few deep, conscious breaths. Notice the sensation of the air moving in and out of your body. This simple act can bring you back to the here and now, calming your mind and grounding your energy. Living in the present also means letting go of the need for control. Much of our anxiety stems from trying to control outcomes that are beyond our reach. But when you focus on the present, you realize that the only thing you truly have control over is your response in this moment. You can't change the past and you can't predict the future, but you can choose how you show up right now. And often that's enough to shift the course of your life. Being present doesn't mean ignoring the past or the future. It means acknowledging them without letting them dominate your life. The past can offer valuable lessons, and the future can inspire you with goals and dreams, but neither should pull you away from the richness of the now. The more you practice presence, the more you'll find that life feels fuller and more meaningful. You'll begin to notice the beauty in everyday moments. The smile of a stranger, the feeling of the sun on your skin, the sound of laughter, these small moments, when fully experienced, become extraordinary. In the end, the present moment is all we ever truly have. It's where love happens, where growth occurs, and where life unfolds. So the next time you find yourself lost in thought about the past or the future, pause and ask yourself, what's happening right now? And in that simple question, you'll find the key to a more peaceful, empowered, and fulfilling life. Here's an expanded version of your environment doesn't define you. And about 600 words. Many of us grow up believing that our environment, the people we're surrounded by, the circumstances we're born into, the challenges we face, defines who we are and what we're capable of achieving. We hear stories like he's from the wrong side of town or she didn't have the right opportunities. And we internalize these narratives, often without even realizing it. But the truth is, while your environment can influence you, it doesn't have to define you. You are far more powerful than your surroundings. And when you understand this, you unlock the ability to shape your life in ways you never thought possible. Let's break this down. Your environment includes everything from your physical surroundings, your home, your neighborhood, your workplace, to your social circles, cultural background, and even your family. These factors can certainly impact your perspective and experiences, but they don't determine your identity or your future. Think about it. How many people have come from challenging or even devastating circumstances? On the flip side, how many people have had every advantage in life, but still feel unfulfilled or stuck? The difference lies not in the environment itself, but in how individuals respond to it. Dr. Joe Dispenza often talks about the concept of breaking free from the external world's control over your internal state. Many people live reactively, allowing their surroundings to dictate how they feel, think, and act. For instance, if things are going well at work or in a relationship, they feel happy and confident. But if challenges arise, like a difficult boss, financial stress, or a personal setback, they feel anxious, frustrated, or defeated. This constant cycle of reacting to the external world keeps people trapped in a loop, believing they are at the mercy of their environment. But here's the key. You are not your circumstances. You are not your job, your bank account, your past, or even your current struggles. You are the awareness behind all of these things, and you have the power to choose how you perceive and respond to any situation. This is where the concept of self-awareness becomes crucial. When you start observing how your environment affects your thoughts and emotions, you create space between you and your surroundings. Instead of automatically reacting to a stressful situation, you can pause and ask yourself, is this how I want to feel? Is this how I want to respond? That simple shift from reaction to reflection is the first step in taking back control of your life. Let's take a practical example. Imagine you're stuck in a job you don't like. The environment feels stifling, your coworkers are negative, and your boss doesn't appreciate your efforts. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, I'm just not meant for success, or I can't be happy until I find a better job. But what if you shifted your perspective? What if instead of letting that environment define you, You used it as fuel for growth. You could focus on developing new skills, cultivating a positive mindset, or even finding small ways to bring joy into your daily routine. By doing this, you're no longer a victim of your environment, you're an active participant in shaping your reality. Another important aspect of this is recognizing that you have the power to change your environment if it no longer aligns with who you want to be. This doesn't always mean moving to a new city or quitting your job overnight. Sometimes it's about setting boundaries with negative people, seeking out communities that uplift you, or redesigning your physical space to reflect your values and goals. Even small changes can have a profound impact when they come from a place of intentionality. But what if you can't immediately change your environment? Maybe you're in a situation where external changes aren't possible right now. This is where the power of your inner environment becomes even more important. Your thoughts, beliefs, and mindset create an internal world that can thrive regardless of what's happening externally. When you cultivate resilience, gratitude, and self belief, you carry a sense of stability and peace within you that no external circumstance can shake. Consider the stories of people like Nelson Mandela, who maintained his sense of dignity and purpose even after spending 27 years in prison. Or Malala Yousafzai, who stood up for education in the face of extreme adversity. These individuals didn't let their environments define them. Instead, they tapped into their inner strength and used their challenges as catalysts for growth and transformation. The key takeaway here is that while you may not have control over everything that happens around you, you always have control over how you interpret and respond to it. Your environment is just one part of your story, but you are the author. You have the power to rewrite your narrative at any moment. So, the next time you find yourself feeling stuck or limited by your surroundings, remember this: you are bigger than your environment. You have the ability to rise above your circumstances, to create new possibilities, and to live a life that reflects your truest potential. The only thing that can define you is you. Have you ever felt like life is just happening to you, as if you're simply reacting to circumstances beyond your control? It's a common feeling, one that makes many people believe they are trapped by their current situations, past experiences, or even the expectations of others. But the truth is far more empowering. You have the ability to shape your destiny. You are not a passive participant in life. You are the creator of your future. This idea isn't just motivational, it's a profound truth that, when fully embraced, can transform your life. Every day, you make choices, both big and small, that contribute to the direction your life takes. From the thoughts you entertain to the actions you take, everything plays a role in constructing your future. It all begins with your mindset. Your thoughts are incredibly powerful. They influence how you feel, which in turn drives your actions. When you consistently think positive, empowering thoughts, you create a foundation for success. Conversely, if your mind is clouded with doubt, fear, or negativity, you're more likely to hesitate, miss opportunities, or settle for less than you deserve. Consider the idea that your thoughts are the seeds of your future. If you plant seeds of confidence, determination, and hope, you'll cultivate a future filled with growth and opportunity. But if you plant seeds of fear, self-doubt, and limitation, you'll likely see those reflected in your life. The brain, through a process known as neuroplasticity, can rewire itself based on the thoughts and experiences you feed it. By consciously choosing to focus on what you want to create rather than what you fear, you're actively shaping your brain and consequently your life. Visualization is another powerful tool in becoming the creator of your future. When you vividly imagine the life you want to live, you begin to align your thoughts and emotions with that vision. But visualization isn't just about seeing the outcome, it's about feeling it. Imagine yourself achieving your goals, experiencing the joy, pride, and fulfillment that come with it. When you tap into those emotions now, you begin to bridge the gap between your current reality and your desired future. This emotional alignment motivates you to take action and stay committed, even when challenges arise. However, becoming the creator of your future also requires confronting the beliefs that hold you back. We all carry subconscious narratives, stories we've absorbed from our upbringing, society, or past experiences that shape how we see ourselves and what we believe is possible. Perhaps you've been told you're not smart enough, talented enough, or that success is only for a select few. These beliefs can feel like facts, but they're not. They're just repeated thoughts that have become ingrained in your mind. The good news is you have the power to change them. By identifying these limiting beliefs and replacing them with empowering ones, you start to open up new possibilities for yourself. Taking action is the next crucial step. While thoughts and visualization set the foundation, action is what brings your vision to life. This doesn't mean you need to have everything figured out before you start. In fact, waiting for the perfect moment often leads to inaction. The key is to take small, consistent steps that move you closer to your goals. These actions, no matter how minor they seem, accumulate over time and create momentum. It's about progress, not perfection. Each step you take is a declaration to the universe that you are serious about creating the life you desire. It's also important to understand that creating your future doesn't mean obsessing over the end result. While it's essential to have a clear vision, the real power lies in being fully present in the moment. The present is where you have the ability to make new choices, learn from experiences, and adjust your path as needed. When you focus on being intentional in the now, your future unfolds naturally. It's in the present moment that you find the clarity and strength to keep moving forward, even when the road gets tough. Of course, the journey of creating your future won't always be smooth. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But these challenges are not signs that you're on the wrong path. They're opportunities for growth and learning. Every difficulty you face is a chance to strengthen your resilience, refine your goals, and become more aligned with your true self. Trusting the process is essential. You may not see immediate results, but that doesn't mean progress isn't happening. Sometimes the most significant transformations occur beneath the surface, only becoming visible after consistent effort and time. Ultimately, the power to shape your future lies within you. You are not bound by your past, your environment, or other people's expectations. You have the ability to choose your thoughts, beliefs, and actions, and these choices determine the course of your life. So step into your power, trust in your vision, and take bold, inspired actions. Your future is not something that happens to you, it's something you create, one decision at a time.